You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Willie Vidona, popularly called Dr. V. On today's channel, we're going to look at an interesting topic that concerns every student. You know, as students, or when a student comes into the higher institution, they come with high expectations. And some of these expectations include, oh, I want to come out of first class. I want distinction. I want upper credit. I want a 2-1 in terms of my CGPA. However, you discover that most of the time, these expectations are not met. What could be the reason? It is not far-fetched from what I'm going to be talking about. And so we're going to be talking about 5 factors, 5 things that affects a student's academic success. I'm just going to be 5. So when you see a student falling short of this expectation, 1 or 2 or almost all of these factors are prevalent. Quickly, so I'll make this video very short. Number 1 is the health issue. Health is everything to a student. And we discovered that a lot of times students are prone to falling sick easily. And this is not far-fetched from the fact that students don't eat nutritious meal they are supposed to. A lot of times they depend on snacks, which makes their immune system to be weak. And so they are prone to falling sick in and off season. Of course, this affects their attention to studies, concentration, and all of that. Again, we discovered that a lot of students abuse drugs and indulge in taking several drugs out of deceit and deception. We've heard stories of students say, when you take these particular drugs, it makes you to understand better. You retain better, recall what you have learned. And sometimes it ends up the opposite round. Then that would be premium tears for them. These are factors that affect their health and their studies in the long run. Of course, you can even rule out the issue of depressions as a result of some of these drugs when you become abused. Quickly, number 2 is the financial factor. Money is everything to a student. Without money, how do you even get the nutritious food? How do you eat well? You begin to just manage yourself just to survive. Again, without money, how do you build your library, your resources that helps you to study and understand? So these are factors. When you don't have money to buy the books, when you don't have money to subscribe, because this is the age of data, it has affected the resources they get. It has affected the content you have. It has affected what you have at your disposal. And of course, even in terms of your project and research, the money you have influences the time. And by implication, your grades. That is what affects your success at the end of the day. Number 3, psychological effects. Looking at the psychology is what we can call the lack of motivation among students. And this is becoming so pronounced these days as a result of myths that school is a scam, education is a scam. But may I tell you for free, education has never been a scam. And it's not going to be a scam, at least not for now in this generation. What is rather a scam is your environment. What is rather a scam is your location. What is rather a scam will be your country and the policies by your leader around such times. And so this has actually made students not to even care about what grade I come out with. Their interest is simply, let me just get this degree and get out of this place. Their passion is down, their zeal is down, their drive is down. It's a factor. Number 4 is managerial skills. A lot of students have poor planning skills. The time for lecture, the time to study is not properly managed. A lot of them are involved in business, religious affairs, personal life, and even social activities. And then there is a mixed up in terms of priority and balance. It has affected their success. A lot of times, a lot of them have poor studying habits. For instance, as a medical student, how do you read and be lying down facing the ceiling? How do you read without having some kind of things to jot down what you are following or sketch? It affects your grade by the end of the day. Number 5 is what I call the social effects. This is the age of social media. Unfortunately, a lot of friends do not know how to manage their social media space and their involvement. And so it has affected their studies. Some persons can be on social media for a whole day or weeks. And most of the time, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the academics or educational related. So social media has influenced them so that these students are influenced negatively by some of their peers. They are, and